So you have what you think may be a cancerous cell. How do you confirm that it is a cancerous cell? You can do that by looking at its shape. Its shape will be distorted. To look at the cell's shape, you can use a microscope like this. Now, the problem with a microscope like this is that you are viewing the cell simply from one direction, looking down on it. So how do you rotate the cell so you can examine it from more angles? A well-established technique for looking at a cell from a different angle is something called TVF. TVF stands for thermoviscous fluid. So you would put your suspected cancerous cell into a thermoviscous fluid. In other words, one where the viscosity of the fluid depends on temperature. In that technique, you then scan a laser across the scene. That laser will mildly heat up the thermoviscous fluid. That will cause thermal currents to flow in the thermoviscous fluid. The cell experiences a force and the cell will rotate. Now, the problem with the standard TVF technique is that the cell will rotate only in the plane. What follows is a short simulation to show the method. However, simply rotating the suspected cancerous cell in the plane may not be enough for the scientist to confirm that it is indeed a cancerous cell. What that scientist may need is to view the cell from many more directions. So is there a better technique to do that? The answer to that question is yes, there is a new technique that can solve that problem. The new technique is a variation of the old technique. In other words, it requires a thermoviscous fluid and a laser will scan across the scene. So what is the difference? Well, in the old TVF, the laser will simply scan in one direction as shown in the previous simulation. In the new technique, the laser will scan across the entire scene. This has the effect of creating a helical thermal path in the fluid, and the cell will follow that helical path. As it follows that helical path, it will expose many more faces to the scientist or the clinician. Again, a short simulation will follow, and watch out for the helical path. Thank you for watching this short video.